Welcome back to the News 12 Connecticut Education Notebook. I'm Amelie Wilson. Studies show that learning to play a musical instrument changes the brain. It improves communication, speech, reading, even understanding a foreign language. We're going to find out more about that now from Ken Kuo. He's the founder and president of the Connecticut School of Music. Ken, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Amelie.
So excited to hear more about the school and the cello that you've brought in. You founded the school.
Yes.
What ages do you teach?
We teach anywhere from 3-4-year-olds all the way to adults, but primarily we do middle school kids in our school.
And what instruments?
We teach anywhere from piano, strings instrument, voice, guitar, woodwinds, a lot.
A whole lot. And
Yeah.
then they all come together to form a symphony.
That's right. That's right. And
Fantastic.
in fact, we just played at Lincoln Center about a month ago, and I brought the whole entire symphony with us.
And we've got a little video
Yes.
of the students who
Yes.
were preparing for the trip. For anybody to
Yes.
play at Lincoln Center, it's a big deal. But these are young students. What was it like bringing them to New York?
It was so much fun because you see these little kids, middle school kids, getting so professional, getting their hair done, and getting the right dress and, standing the posture while they're playing. They're professionals.
Yeah.
In my eyes, yeah, definitely.
And then they've got to perform.
That's right. That's right. With a
Double
full
that.
house. We had a full house, and then with a standing room.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you able to get all these children who have different strengths and different accomplishments, how are you able to get them all together on the stage?
That's a very good question because our teachers, I can't thank my teachers enough, they spend the time to notate every single child's music. So for a child who just played the violin for a year, they're able to play maybe a couple of notes per measure versus kids who have played for many years that they play most of the notes over there. So our teacher did the miracles.
Yeah, it all comes together
Absolutely.
somehow. Huh?
Yes.
Tell us, you have different locations
Yes.
throughout southwestern Connecticut.
We have one in Westport, our home school, our home base, and then we have one in Greenwich, on Greenwich Avenue.
Great.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's some parents out there thinking, okay, that's great. Maybe my child would like to learn an instrument, but they're not ready to invest in a 200-year-old cello, which you told me, how much is this thing worth?
Well, the last one, my teacher actually owned one. This is a 18th century Italian Venetian cello, and then the maker's name is Goffriller. And the last time that my teacher sold his cello, about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it went for 1.8 million.
Oh!
It's a living antique.
It is, what the stories it could tell if it could speak.
That's
huh?
right. That's right. That's
So,
right.
but you don't have to invest in
You
something that's
don't-
expensive.
You don't have to. We actually own a company called rentalinstrument.com, and you can actually rent instruments that that's suitable for their size, their age, and their taste.
When did you start playing the cello, and how has music changed your life?
I started playing the cello when I was 4 years old, and music really changed my life because I came from, my parents are divorced, and a lot of time, and I'm the only child, so a lot of time I had to spend the lonely times by myself when other kids are playing outside, and we moved a lot because we also, I was born and raised in Taiwan, and I came here when I was 11. So a lot of times music and the cello was my best friend. And at all times when I practice and I perform, I get the applause from the audience. That really made me feel so good. The self-confidence that you get from playing an instrument surpasses anything that I've learned. So.
And I imagine you probably hear from a lot of parents that the children are accelerating in music, and that all often spills over into school and athletics.
Absolutely. Children who play music, just like you said at the beginning, the foreign languages and sports, they have to be coordinated. While playing the cello, I was explaining to some parents that playing the cello requires a tremendous amount of energy. Moving your arms left and right, fingering going up and down. The cello, playing any instrument is really like an athlete. Yeah.
And discipline too.
Discipline. practice, practice, practice.
So is it too late for someone like me to pick up an instrument?
Absolutely not. Our school has a lot of adults, so come on in.
Okay, so it's like art. You're never too old or too young.
You get to play this cello. How's that?
I don't think I trust myself near that cello. But Ken, thanks so much. If people would like more information on the music school, where can they reach you?
They can go to www.ctschoolofmusic.com.
Well, a real treat. Now I think we are going to leave everybody with a performance. What are you going to be playing for us?
I'm going to play for you the Bourrée from Bach Suite Number 3.
Fantastic. Well, coming up next, we will hear about driver's ed. Teens can't wait, of course, to get behind the wheel, but it's going to take more than just a test to get that learner's permit. We're going to have expert advice for drivers, but for now, we will leave you with a bit of cello by Ken Kuo of the Connecticut School of Music. Thanks again, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you.